Well, hello folks. We are continuing my annual summer garden tour series where I do a full inventory of everything I'm growing in my cultivated areas. And for you, it serves as a great way to derive the guilds that work in a cross timbers permaculture garden in the North Texas area. If you have a similar ecosystem, these should work well for you. So let's get to this. So in the past, I called this the side yard garden bed. It's all this here and then around the corner here. In my very first video, I think I only called that the side yard, but I've since developed this area a bit more, so now I'm including this. The first thing we'll look at is this Chickasaw plum tree here. Doing pretty nice. And at the base, we've got a lantana. Texas lantana. Got that in a few places. Now, the Chickasaw plum has decided to send out a bunch of suckers all the way back here. And I'm going to leave them. Hopefully they grow. You see I re-trellis them. We'll see what lives, but it'll be nice to have a little grove of plum trees over here. In this area, in the shade, all this dead stuff, there's a bunch of brown stuff you see down there, that is dormant curly dock. It's perennial and it seeds like crazy, and it's edible. See, got quite a few of those plum trees sending out suckers here. Of course, one thing you'll notice is a big dominant patch of sunflower, which of course are edible, but also help convert soil, provide shade and trellis material. I actually missed this little guy right here, which is a Chickasaw plum on the other side of this berm the first time I came through. So I figured I'd come through and make sure to get it captured. Let's see, yeah, that takes care of that section. Let's go right around the other side of this mulch pile. All right, look at this dead stick. Up until 2 weeks ago, it was elderberry, about this tall, American elderberry. It goes dormant every summer, and so far it has come back. At least half of the elderberries I planted come back. It needs shade and it needs plenty of water with these clay rock soils. So let's hope it comes back. Got a Chickasaw plum that I planted this year. It seems to be doing okay. In this spot, I used to have an American plum, and now, I actually used to have 4 of them on the property. Now I've got 1 left, and I don't think it's going to make it another year. So actually I have two left, but one of them is really young. It's only 2 years old. And that, of course, you see around that Chickasaw and around that elderberry, we have this big stand of sunflowers. That was on purpose because the elderberry, nothing was really surviving here because of the amount of sun and heat it gets, and it's super dry. So I actually missed this the first time I came through. This is a Warren pear tree. It's doing okay. It's a bit dry, but I think it'll do just fine. That should cover this part of the side yard. Now let's go around the corner to where we used to go in the past. All right, this is the last part of the side yard garden bed. We're going to look at some failures here. Yeah. This is the last of my hazelnut experiment. I'm no longer going to do hazelnuts. All of my hazelnuts have perished. But I do have a nice little pecan coming up in about 30 years. That'll be nice. And back here in the back, this tree is a pear. It's doing all right. Sunflowers are shading it out a little bit, but I'm going to leave them. If the pear dies, it dies. Of course, I mentioned the sunflowers. Over here we have quite a bit of the passion flower. It seems to love it. And you can see it is literally everywhere. See? I'm trying to get it going up this tree. It seems to be finally catching the hint. We have some comfrey right here. And we got another one over here that isn't doing as good. It gets a lot more sun here. Yeah, you can see right here. That comfrey. Let's hope it stays growing. I got a Chickasaw plum that I replanted here. The other one died twice. And it seems to be doing okay, better than previous years. Now you can see here in the back, I've got a lot of that passion flower growing. And what is it growing on? It is growing on old canes of thornless blackberry, as well as the new canes, which are getting dry, because I need to get over here and water them. Yeah, you can see it's sending out some new growth, but it needs some water. What we got here? Yeah, and growing up sunflower. I also planted some amaranth. It's one of the places it did the best. Got to get over here and collect some seeds. And we have another Chickasaw, which looks like it's going to do just fine. And another Chickasaw, which probably needs a little water. Back there in the back, that dead tree there, little mini tree, is another one of my last experiments with hazelnut. Won't be doing that. And we've got this passion flower growing all over everything, along with some Ipomaea, some morning glory. Not as much fuzzy bean over here. But I do have 3-leaf sumac. This will be my only possibility left for having a female 3-leaf on the property. Underneath this big patch of passion flower over there is a male 3-leaf sumac. And that about covers this whole side yard garden bed. It's not bad. It's quite pretty, actually.